Alright, what is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to my part 2, I guess. After the guides and tips video, this one's going to be pretty much a rant of all the problems with each character, and then how to fix them and or make them better. So, with Warden, I think he's able to spam shoulder bash way too much. Slow it down just a little bit, maybe tiny bit off the tracking. Other than that, I think he's pretty well rounded. Conqueror, the shield bash, gotta go. He can turtle way too easily with his own full block stance with his own. Smacks you one good time. The shield bash way too fast. If he gets a punish on you, it's 66 damage if he throws you into a wall. Top heavy. So he really needs to have a shield bash slowed down a little bit, and that's pretty much the only bad thing about him. Lawbringer, he is getting rework, so it's not much good to just rant on him, but he has no openers. This has been a thing. No, wait, it was Peacekeeper and Warlord. No, he's not getting a rework. Dang, they decided to rework Peacekeeper and Warlord, and then Shigoki's getting a full rework, but then they're leaving Lawbringer alone. He has no openers. He has no way of dealing with a person except for doing a block and then shoving, or parrying and then doing a repost. So he needs some major openers, speed up the shove, the dodge shove, and then maybe make something guaranteed off of it. He needs openers. That's what he needs majorly. Yeah, Peacekeeper is the one that's getting something redone. With her, she needs a little bit more openers. Her heavies from neutral need to be buffed. 20 damage, not guaranteed anywhere unless they're knocked on the ground or thrown into a wall. Even then, she's either way too far away, or she's still recovering from her throw, so she can't get one. So the only time it's actually guaranteed is if they're knocked on the ground, or if they're recovering from another attack, or if she's not focused on her. So Peacekeeper needs her heavies buffed, her bleed damage drawn down a little bit, and then other than that, her zone. Her zone nerfed the damage a little bit because they brought it back up to 20. So nerf zone, increase heavy damage, nerf the bleed a little bit. Centurion, same thing with Lawbringer, needs more openers. The kick, way too slow. Everything else, super easy, super predictable. His only unblockable is so easy to counter. It's such a joke character. He's only good in 4v4s. If you try to 1v1 with this guy, unless you're going up against somebody who has bad reflexes or is just generally bad at the game, or maybe he's having a bad day, other than that, you're not going to win. Gladiator, I say he's pretty good in the meta. He has nice lights, nice damage, pretty good feats too. His zone's pretty good. I think if you know what you're doing, you can counter it. I might slow down the heavy a little bit afterwards, because sometimes if you dodge the first part, the second part hits you. So then I'd probably do a little bit with his zone. Other than that, he's pretty much a good character. Warlord, a little bit better openers, maybe some new combos, but they're working on him. Raider, probably some new openers from lock, because the only thing he has to break out their guard is either the charge or spamming zone. He literally has those two things, and that's it. Berserker, this would just be a complain fest to just straight everywhere. Take down the speed of his lights after a feint, please. On console, this is the most cancer thing to go up against in Dominion, because not only are you working through 100 latency between you and him with the latency connection, but then you're also working on 30 FPS, and then you have to worry about so much going on screen that it's almost impossible to go against him. Unless you get like a lucky block for his light and you get to attack him. Valkyrie, I think she's in a pretty good spot. I'd probably slow down the shield bash a teeny tiny bit after heavy feint. Or heavy soft feint into a shield bash. Other than that, I'd say she's pretty good. Shaman, I'm not really seeing much wrong with her. She has nice damage, she has good soft feints. She's counterable if you know what you're doing, but then she has other ways of getting through your block. Highlander, this my boy. I'd probably give him something to do from defensive stance, because offensive, that I'd say is kind of balanced, because he's easily counterable if you know what you're doing. You can just dodge roll out the way if he tries to do kick and a caber toss. You know, unless you're out of stamina, then you kind of have to do some guesswork. But other than that, he has really good damage, nice speed. But then his defensive stance, his lights, I think are same speed as Shigoki lights, and they are so easily counterable, it's pretty much a joke. Kensei, he already got a rework, but then it seems like he's kind of slacking, because 99% of Kensei players only use unblockable. But I think that he's in a pretty good spot. I would probably increase his second heavy damage, that way whenever you get a guard break, you do a little bit more damage. Probably bring it up to 30 or something, because 25, not really good enough. Which then brings me to Valkyrie, which I forgot a thing about her. Her heavies need to be buffed. 24 damage for a heavy, definitely not good enough. It needs to be 30 or more. And then after saying heavies need a buff, they could probably nerf her light damage or something like that. Shigoki, he already getting that rework. If you don't know about it, you could probably look up the leaks on Reddit or something. But he's already underway, so I don't need to complain about him. Nobushi, she's in a bit of a good stance. She's like one of the top tier characters right now with the best hidden stance, best defensive move with 0 recovery, so you can counter a guard break. Orochi, he probably needs an opener, because there's not much you can do except like delay lights or something. So if somebody has good blocking, that's pretty much it. You just can't really do much. Shinobi, same thing, needs a few more openers, only has his kick and lights. That's about it. Aramusha, he needs to be nerfed for his lights, for his heavy into light feints on console, because again in Dominion it's too fast, you can't even see what's happening. This is actually coming from one of the top players, because I managed to get like top 90 a couple seasons ago, and I got it consistently through ranked, but that was in duels. But you know, not many people play it, but still, I consider myself one of the better players because I've been playing forever and I win most matches. So yeah, so his lights, tiny bit slowed down, needs some openers. Other than that, I think that would be alright. So slow down the heavy into lights, and then give him some openers. The Wulin, I would love to complain about, but this one, Shaolin, easy to counter unless they have bad internet. Zhongjun, if they delay it, like the problem I have with them is if they delay it long enough, then the attack comes out like 3 times faster than it should. So I'd probably do something about that. Tiandi, really it's just me being stupid, you know, not being able to counter what I should, but he's kind of predictable. That's all I'm gonna say about him. Nuxia, her lights are decreased for damage, but I would probably decrease it by about 2 more points though, because of how fast they are. And then the traps come out actually faster than the lights, and then they do 30 damage. So I'd probably do something about that. But that's my rant, and thanks for watching.